Hello there, people of the internet, and Hail Hydra.
If they cut off one head, two more shall take its place. Hail Hydra.
First off, I want to say a few things. See here my new Funko Pops. Love them. Yellow Jacket and Black Widow. As many people know, I'm a big Black Widow fan. Fanboy, you should say. And a villain fan, so Yellow Jacket, I just needed to have this on my last convention that I went to. I actually went as Purple Man. I'll tell you about that another time. But for the next thing that I want to talk about is I haven't uploaded a video in very long. That's because of personal issues. I wasn't feeling really good about making videos, and I was really starting to doubt myself on everything. So I didn't make a video in a long while, and I'm very sorry for that. And there's many news that I should cover, and I will do so right now. And one of the newest things that I want to talk about is, well, the recent news. By the way, this is going to be spoilers, just so you know. Andrew as Lash. Well, when season 3 aired and I saw Lash, I was instantly very, well, interested in the character of what he was and who he was. I didn't know he could transform into a human, nor did I know he was going to be human. And that's really a thing that I loved about him. It was this big, brutish, mysterious figure that sounds so interesting. And I actually want to cosplay Lash, but that's a video for another time. But Lash seemed really interesting to me for a very number of reasons. He was big, brutish, mysterious, like I already mentioned. And he just seemed like an interesting character to me, especially when we go by what he was in the comics. Now, if you've seen the latest episode of S.H.I.E.L.D, which I know probably all of you have, you know that Andrew Garner, the ex-husband of Melinda May, is Lash. And I'm going to be here and talk about my opinion and my thoughts on this. When the theory arose and it was discovered that Lash could turn into a human, I was kind of okay with it, but really not so much. And the word rumors were going around that Andrew was Lash, and I never wanted that to be true. I didn't want Andrew to be Lash, and I'm really, well, sad that Andrew turns out to be Lash. I don't find Andrew really an interesting character to begin with. He didn't do much. He is good for emotional support for May and has helped Daisy a lot, but furthermore, I'm not really that much interested in him. And that's not to say that he is a bad character. He's certainly not a bad character by any means, and I understand the actor does a great role in playing him, but I just find him not as much as an interesting character. But that's not saying something. I don't find Hunter to be an interesting character sometimes either. But that he is now Lash, I find really disappointing. I wanted Lash personally to be an original character. Just a big brutish inhuman that couldn't change his appearance, just similar to what Reina couldn't in season 2. And I find it really sad that Andrew just turned out to be him. Now this could all be just a reaction of me seeing it for the first time. I still love Lash, I still want to cosplay him, and if I want to cosplay a character, that means I really appreciate the character, even though not many other people might. But Lash as Andrew is personally not one thing that I really like. I don't like that they made Andrew Lash. Maybe it could make Andrew a little more interesting for me, certainly. And Lash is great, regardless. I'll just mostly roll with the punches. You can't change what the producers think and what they think of what the episode should be like. They make the storyline great, and I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for all this time. But Andrew as Lash is personally not my favorite thing, and I really wish it wasn't true. Sadly it is, so I'm just going to have to live with that. But, well, what do you guys think? Do you like that Andrew is Lash? I personally do not like that he is Lash, because I wanted Lash to be an original character, and I feel like Andrew being him diminishes the character that Lash is. We don't really know if his intentions are the same as in the comics, and that's really what I think that's what mostly bothers me, that we don't know a clear motivation for why he does this. I'm sure we will know, but right now maybe I'll come to accept it more when I know what his motivations are, but that's just me, and that's something we have to wait for. Regardless, I want to thank you all for watching this video, and let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Andrew being Lash, and what do you want me to talk about next? Want me to talk about the Ward Taskmaster theory, or about the Ego Living Planet theory? I'll certainly cover more of that, and I will cover more news as time goes on. So please, let me know in the comments down below, and as always, Hail Hydra!